behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. So as they're on their way to Bethlehem, they've been in Jerusalem. When they went from where they were to Jerusalem, there was no star. They got to Jerusalem. Herod met with them secretly. They asked where the Messiah was to be born. They were told Bethlehem. They start on their way to Bethlehem. And all of a sudden, the star, I think it was an angel, the star reappears and then leads them. Leads them not just to Bethlehem. They knew where it was. They headed out in the direction. But the star appeared and leads them. And then what happens? They saw the star. They rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. That's the Bible's way of saying they rejoiced in such a way it can't even be described in language. They were overwhelmed with joy. They shouted with gladness. They're on their way. They're in this caravan. They probably shouted out a loud noise. There it is. You know, if you're riding along and you see something that you want to see, something that you haven't seen in a long time, something that's going to show you the way. Oh, hallelujah, there it is. They're glad, they're joyful because they want to go and worship the King. And so verse 11 says, and going into the house as the star rested on the home, letting them know where Jesus was, where the Christ child was, where the Messiah was, where the King of the Jews was, where the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords was. Going into, again, not the stable, the house, they saw the child, not the baby, but the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down. These major influencers of their world, these highly educated men, these men who other people looked to and probably worshiped in some way, in front of this little baby, toddler, in front of this little one, running around the house, they fell to their knees, they bowed down, and they worshiped him.